Yeah, you guys, if you haven't reached out, maybe if you have her info, reach out and wish her a happy birthday. Hopefully she's out enjoying her night, her day. So, yeah.
She deserves it. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
Hey, Linnell, dear, the closers octagon calls, did we get everybody or did we just get like the top three people or how far did we get on that?
Um, everything is on the list already, Shad, but there's two people that we don't have any recording.
What's the link to that spreadsheet again? Let me see if I have it. If you could drop that to me in WhatsApp, please, dear.
Okay.
Thanks, dear. All right, TJ, what's up, bud? How you doing? How was your Tuesday?
Lots of triple and double dials with no one answering. I only got a hold of like 2-3 people today. It was just,
Well, you know what
just
you
one
gotta do?
day.
You gotta
Yeah.
quadruple dial them, bro.
Oh man.
Yeah, you gotta go for 4.
I guess so. I was thinking about double, triple dialing and coming back and doing it again, like an hour or two later.
When you quadruple dial somebody, that's when they're gonna flip out and be like, "What the f do you want? Get off! Stop playing."
Well, no. You just
Yeah, yeah. Um, did we mark, Allie? Did we mark any of the good calls? Have you guys gone through and mark any of them?
I was gonna make a joke. No, I haven't. No. But yeah. It depends what's your standard of good,
I got notes on Mike and Bill. There's the two that didn't use the CRM when they were making their calls.
What were the calls that we put on that sheet? Was that like the deals, the good calls, just every call? Like what was the criteria?
It was every call for the people who use the CRM.
Over like 2 minutes or something like that, or no? Like there's no criteria for that. They're filming tomorrow, so
Like 5 minutes and above, Shad.
give me 1 second here, guys. Ali, if you could go ahead and start DQs in Puerto Rico with Jerry. They're gonna be filming tomorrow, and I said this time you gotta shout us out. Like, come on, like, this is ridiculous. Whatever the hell this content is gonna be, it better be good. Otherwise, yeah, Ali's gonna get pissed and fly down to
Yeah.
Puerto Rico, and you don't want to see that.
No, yeah. And I don't need a passport either. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna be there for sure. So
if y'all need support, I am pretty good at fruity drinks. Just saying, so if you need some help in Puerto Rico, just let me know.
hey, the more the merrier. Make some mocktails.
Hey, there you go.
But all right, guys, today, before anybody asks, objections, it's watermarked. It should be posted on the website. I'm not going to give you a day, sometime. But tonight we do actually want to go ahead, shake things up. Not really, but just a little bit. So let me give this to TJ. All right, TJ, I just sent you the watermarked version of the objection script. or the
Cool.
objection list. So what we're gonna do tonight, guys, is we're gonna hop into some role plays, give some people some opportunities to hop in. And yeah, we're gonna definitely throw some objections in there, some different seller types, some different scenarios that might be a little bit different than what you guys are hearing, but it's all in the nature of getting you guys to get some of those reps in and to have, of course, other people's feedback so you can make like adjustments in the future. So not gonna, yeah, cool. So not gonna over talk it too much. We're gonna hop into it. All right. So we're just gonna do some different seller scenarios. TJ, go first in terms of a seller, and then all we need to figure out now is who wants to be a buyer.
Step out of the boat.
If you don't jump, I will push you. All right, who we got? Who we got? All right, I'm going with Marlon. What's going on, Marlon?
What's up, guys? Let me put my headset on.
All right, and I picked you because of the background. It stood out, so that's what guy you picked today.
Oh yeah, I'm about to actually get crisp tomorrow because I had a problem with my car today. It seems that the crisp application, it won't let me use my car. I gotta call my bank and all that. So that's why I've been having a lot of issues with the background and things.
What?
Yeah, but
What does your Zoom background have to do with your credit card?
no, I mean it's just that I've been having issues with the background, and it's because my car won't let me like basically my bank won't let me use my car, so I gotta call my bank. It's just a part of something related with security and stuff. So I'll fix that by tomorrow, hopefully.
Marlon, we're on a different page, man. We were talking about the background on your Zoom.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can do something about
No,
it.
you don't
No,
have to.
we're
I was
liking,
just
we
saying.
like your background. That's what we're talking about. That's why we picked you.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like background noise. Okay, so that's something different now. Oh yeah.
But good luck with the bank. Hopefully that works
Oh
out
yeah.
for you. So,
It's been a hassle all day, believe me. Yeah, I've been dealing with background noise and all that. But yeah, so you tell me. So what exactly we're doing here?
we're gonna do a role play. You're
Okay.
gonna get some objections. You're gonna have to find some stuff out,
All right.
and hopefully you get through it. And that's pretty much it. After that,
Alrighty.
just good luck.
All right, let's do it.
All right, TJ. As long as you have a scenario and some objections.
Yep, yeah, I'm going through them. Let me pick one here.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, say ring ring when you're ready, Marlon.
Rin Rin.
Hello?
Hey, good afternoon. My name is Steve with Home Buyers Network. I was calling about your property on 6706 Sharpview Drive. We are
Yeah.
real estate investors, and I just wanted to see if you have considered possibly selling your property.
Yeah. How did you get my information?
Well, we actually get this information from public records, and we're calling people around the area to kind of ask them if they, well, basically, if you have considered possibly selling your property in the near future.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely been thinking about it.
Alrighty. So what I'm going to do right now, if you allow me, of course, I can go ahead and ask you some questions about the property, and then I can pass the information over to one of our property specialists so they can give you a call in a few days. Is that okay with you, sir?
It might be easier for you just to come walk it. Can you just come over here and check it out?
Well, this is actually part of our protocol. I need to, gather some information first and then pass the information over. It's going to take no more than 5 minutes now. I have a few questions, if you don't mind me asking.
Okay.
All righty. So the first question I have for you, what's your offer on this property on Sharpview Drive?
300,000.
Okay. And how soon have you been considering selling this property, sir?
If you come up with 300,000, where it is, where you give me earnest money, we can close in 30 days.
On 30 days. Okay, I'm taking notes of that right now. And is the house vacant? Is it on rent right now currently? Is it empty?
I have tenants in it.
Okay, thank you. And what have make you sell this property, if you don't mind me asking?
Just been having issues with the tenants and decided I want to move. Don't want to mess with it anymore.
Right, totally understand. Now, is there any mortgage on this property, sir?
No,
No mortgage. Okay, all righty. And how many bathrooms do you have?
it's a
Here.
3-2.
You said 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, right?
3 bed, 2 bath.
Okay, thank you very much. And okay, well, so this is what I'm gonna do right now, okay? I'll go ahead and pass this information over to one of our property specialists. So they will give you a call within a few days, okay? And just make sure this is number this number here, 508-520-380-3818. Is that a good number for us to keep?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alrighty. Well, that'll be all in my end. I'll pass the information over and they're gonna get in contact with you, okay?
Okay,
Alrighty. Thank you very much. You have a nice day.
you too.
All right, I started the timer a little bit late, but still 2 minutes left on the clock out of 5.
It, it was definitely going quick on it for sure. What do you think? Marlon, what do you think about your?
Well, I think this is pretty much the way that I've been handling all my calls. Honestly, throughout the day, most of the calls that I have is just like people not interested or hang-ups. That's why I think I'm handling this call like straight to the point, right? I tell the prospect or whoever I have on the line the reason why I'm calling, and jump directly to the questions. I am asking the first question, like, what's the offer? I take notes, like the same way I did. And then I let them know that I'm going to pass this information over to one of our property specialists. This is something that I just fixed actually, because the last time I said something about project manager or something. So I got the feedback and I apply it. So I'm mentioning it right now in all my calls that the information will be passed over to one of our property specialists, and they will receive a call like a few days. That's the way I'm handling my calls. I don't know if you guys have any feedback to me.
Okay, just real quick with you. So did we get all 4 pillars in that call?
I'm not sure. Well, I don't think. No.
Which one you feel like you might have missed?
Yeah, I feel I'm missing some of them.
Okay, so do you know the 4 off the top of your head?
Well, what I do, not actually on top of my head.
Okay.
Sometimes it all depends where the conversation is
Yeah.
is going. I try to adapt myself to the conversation itself, and of course, I always try my best to stick to the 4 pillars and all that. But yeah, I think I missed some of the pillars right here.
You did very well. I liked your approach. You sound very professional. You got to the point. You worked really quickly through them. You briefly touched on motivation. You briefly touched on a timeline. You didn't really get into the condition very much, so you might want to
Yeah.
walk about condition a little more. And then you got kind of occupation and that type of thing. And you had a price for me. Wait, did you get a price for me? I don't even remember.
You got 300,000?
Yeah, 300,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the only thing you really didn't touch on was the condition. But
All right.
for the most part, you got all the information very quickly, very efficiently. I get that, a lot of these phone calls, they definitely get difficult. When you're getting used to getting hung up on or telling you to go away or whatever the case may be. So getting that information, I understand that for sure. But yeah, good job, man. I like your tone and the way you move through it quickly. I like it.
All right. Thank you, TJ.
I got a quick question on the motivation. Did you think it was a cover story, or do you think that was his motivation?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat your question, Graham?
Yeah, could you state what his motivation was, and did it make sense to you?
Oh yeah, definitely. He mentioned that he's considering selling it because he's having a lot of problems and hassle with the tenants right now. So he just want to get rid of the property because of that.
Okay,
so
so what sorts
that's
of
why.
problems was he having with the tenants?
Okay, yeah, I probably would have asked like what specific problems he's having with the tenants, like just to kind of like keep like keep it conversational.
Yeah, because that would have led into if they're paying, what are they paying? Find out the real reason why he's selling. Because I mean, when you're a landlord, you have tenants, and that's a good thing.
Right.
When you've got tenants, because they should be paying the bills. So you want to find out that, So um, very important that you dig a little bit deeper. Don't let them get away with just a surface story like that. It's the job of a landlord to have tenants. So it doesn't make sense, that motivation.
Right.
Yeah. So
All right. And to hop on the motivation bus. I know with cold call, you guys are, worried about, okay, let me just stay surface level. But I think with motivation, when somebody gives you that overarching motivation, like in this example, it was, yeah, I'm tired of dealing with the tenants. Let's dig one layer deep into that. Okay. And you can do that a couple of ways, right? They say, I'm tired of dealing with tenants. You can do one thing, which is mirror them. What do you mean, tired of dealing with the tenants? Get some more information out of them. Or you can ask them like, hey, what do you feel like's, the biggest challenge with the tenants? Something on topic with what they said for that general, motivation or reason for selling,
Right.
right? Because when we're doing these calls, motivation is most important, right? Price doesn't really matter. If there's urgency and motivation, price is negotiable. And we really want to figure out, are they actually considering selling or do they just want an offer? And I feel like you can't really find that out if you brush over motivation super quickly. So that's what I would kind of urge you to do. Ask at least one or two more questions pertaining to motivation before you move on and consider that, okay, check, I got that box. So the next thing, in the beginning on the intro, make sure you leave the street number out. That's information we can use to verify them later, right? And make sure they're not pulling our leg. So just say, hey, calling about that property on Main Street. And then finish the rest of your intro. I will give you credit. I thought you did a really good job handling the objection. How did you get my information? But I only gave it to you halfway because you forgot to redirect at the end. I was hoping TJ was going to just keep grilling you, but make sure once you answer the objection perfectly, like you did, I think that was textbook. Great job there. Just make sure you go back into the script so there's not this empty space for them to start asking you, oh, where are you located? What's the company name? Where are you located? So you don't get all of that. Also, you asked, what's your offer? And that just might be a phrasing thing, but you want to ask, if you're talking about price, you know, how much are you looking to get for the property? What's your offer is something they would say to you. Like, hey, you called me, what's your offer? The other thing, we didn't ask about wiggle room in the price. We didn't ask about decision makers. We didn't ask about any liens, back taxes, mortgage on the property. And then TJ mentioned it, you kind of skipped over some of the condition stuff as well. But those are just some of the other small technicalities that QA is counting like against you guys if you don't get this information. So I just want to make sure we bring that up as well. But other than that, I think it was really efficient. You just button those few things up, this will be like a really good call.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
A real quick, Marlon, also I'll echo that, a good call, good intro. I would omit the good afternoon from your intro to tighten it up even more. Just get into their, you know, what we were saying. Other than that, it was really good, tight intro. Also, you said we have, you know, this is our protocol. You asked about, hey, come walk the property. You said we're gonna do our protocol. Careful with using jargony words. You know, you could say process instead of protocol. It's kind of on the same lines of what Ali said with saying what's your offer. And then remember to just ask our questions. We're not asking permission to ask questions. We have a limited number of questions that we can ask before people feel like it's an interrogation and they get pissed off and they want to hang up. So every time we ask them if that's okay, I'm going to ask you some questions if that's okay with you. Is this a good time to call? Is this a good time to talk? Are you okay to talk right now? We're just going to go right in with our questions. If they don't want to talk or they don't want to ask questions, they're big boys and girls, they'll hang up on you, as you know, on other calls. So just save your questions. It'll help you out in the rest of the call. All right. And again, good call. I like that. I like the progression and the improvement.
Heck yeah. All right, let's see.
I got two quick things. Real quick. It was basically one topic, but 2 points on their calls, guys. Everybody on your intros, we don't want to say the numbers. We don't want to read out the numbers of the property, right? 1, 2, 3 Sesame Street. Everybody knows where they live, so you just say Sesame Street. They know the address of where they live. Leave the numbers out. At the end of your call, when you're asking what's the best callback number, instead of reading out a 10-digit number, it sounds very robotic at the beginning of the call, end of the call, if you're reading off all these numbers. Okay. So for the address, again, we're just saying the street name. For the callback number, just say the last 4 of the phone number. All right. Hey, TJ, is the best callback number for you the phone number that ends in 4587? Is that the best number for me to hit you on? Right. So you guys are going to sound robotic if you're like, hey, is it the best number for us to call you on 201-843-6789? Is that a good number? They know their phone number. They know their address. They know these things. So when you start reading them, it's very clear to them that you're reading off of a screen and that it sounds robotic. Right. So just summarize with their last 4 and leave for the address, just leave that out. I'm hearing some of the callers, some of the newer callers, you guys are saying the actual address, you're reading the full address, and it makes you immediately sound robotic. Right, so it's a time saver, and it's going to be a lot more fluid if you guys take that approach. Cool. All right, we got another one, Ali? Is that where you were going?
Yeah, we got plenty of them. I think we got what, 26 people, right, to pick from? All right. Ooze. I might say your name wrong. Gionette? Maybe. Oh, no. I'm sorry. QA. I'm sorry. You put the tag on there.
Yeah,
You're
it's
exempt.
Jeanette.
Jeanette. Okay. All right. Let's go. Nobody that's on QA. No HR. Let's see who's here. Probably gonna say your name wrong as well. Ferlea. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm Perlia.
For Leah.
I
Okay.
am new here.
Oh, welcome. Are you with
Yeah.
Diana, or you just heard about the Zoom?
Yeah, I am here. It's Miss Brandy. Miss Brandy, you are the one who interviewed me. Yeah, it is my
Okay.
second day today.
Leah
your
is
second day.
she's part of the QA team as well.
How many QA people do we have? All right. Fantastic. Um, Natasha, are you QA?
Natasha's for cold calling. She will be a good fit for role play.
Okay, fantastic. All right. So Natasha, have you done any cold calling yet?
You mean for this company or overall?
In general.
Yes, I have.
Nice. Okay. So have you got time to familiarize yourself with this script?
I saw it today for the first.
Okay. You feel confident or no?
Oh, I could try. I know I don't have it 100%, but I could.
All right. Well, it's having a conversation with another human. So, all right. TJ, you got another one?
Yeah, just 1 minute. All right.
All right. Timer will start after you say ring ring. All right. It's a very long preparation. Natasha, it'll start on a ring ring whenever you're ready. I can't hear you. Is that me?
Oh, I'm so sorry. It was on mute. I'm sorry. Ring, ring. Didn't realize.
Hello.
I'm going with TJ.
What was that?
I'm going with you, right?
Yes. So when you say ring ring, I'm going to say hello and you start your intro.
Okay. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Jay, this is Natasha with Local Home Buyers. I was calling about your property on.
Oh yeah. Hi. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you. Well, we're real estate investors. I just wanted to see if you would.
I'm sorry you cut out there. What was that last part?
Oh, I'm sorry. Just checking to see if you would consider selling.
That's a very good question. Yeah, I think I would for sure. That's so
Oh,
interesting.
awesome.
Cool. So where are you located, Dasha?
Well, we're local
Okay.
and we're looking to
So-
buy property in this area.
Okay, so you're local, like down the street from me, or where are you at?
I don't know what to say there.
Okay. Well, let's not let it go to waste. Who can pick up the ball from there? You're local? You mean down the street from me? Who wants to pick it up from there?
I like Bagu's background, so would you like to do Bagu? Yeah.
I'll try. Okay.
Just repeat the last objection, TJ.
Local, so you're like down the street, Bagu?
We're local somewhat there. It could be, we're close enough to you. So I was, so thank you for that. So you said you were considering selling?
Yeah, I've been thinking about it for a little bit now, for sure.
Okay, for how long have you been, so you've been thinking about selling, for how long were you thinking about?
With my job, it's getting less and less hours, so it's getting tougher to pay. And so, it's been something on my mind for sure.
on your mind for sure. And you said about your job, is it your job close by or far?
It's not far. It's just down the road. Are you familiar with Allen Street on the south side of town?
I'm familiar with it. I'm not that specific part. I'm not familiar, but I'm surrounding the area. I'm pretty familiar with, but not that specific area.
Yeah. So
I do
it's
have.
just on the south side of town. I've been
Okay.
working there for about 10 years or so. It's fun. I like the people I work with. We've been having a great time together. Some of them are just really chatty and you just can't, get your work done like you hope, but you just keep trying. And sometimes you have to get scolded by the boss saying, get to work. And you're like, okay. And you just keep doing things. It's just, you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. You know what I'm talking about.
I do. Yeah, we do have chatty coworkers, and it could be overwhelming sometimes or just annoying, but sometimes it could be good. It just depends on the situation.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And so what has got you thinking of selling?
Like I said, my job getting less hours and I'm just getting word that I'm not going to be able to pay him.
Your job and you're doing less hours. Have you thought of if you do sell it, where you would like to go?
I haven't thought about a whole lot. My friend Randy said we can move in with him. He's a hoot for sure. But it's something we've been talking about, but nothing set in stone. Do you have a good place for us to go if we do sell?
We definitely have people nearby. We could definitely look that into. That's definitely an option. Yes, we
Great.
have workers. We can definitely. And I'm curious about what kind of place were you looking for if that ended up happening?
Not, nothing too fancy. 2 bedroom, 1 bath, something simple. I don't need a whole lot for sure.
Would it be you or someone? Is there somebody else too that we need to consider in here?
It would just be me.
It'd just be you. Okay, great. And then, is there a number you had in mind for the property that you were thinking?
Well, you call me. What kind of offer can you give me?
Well, what are in your area? So thank you for that. I did call you. In your neighborhood, what are other areas? What are they similar sizes that are similar to your homes? What are they selling for that you
I
notice?
really don't know. I've been seeing some for sale signs, but I haven't looked them up to see how much they're going for. So I'd really be needing your opinion on what it could be worth because I just don't know. My neighbor, he put his house up for sale and didn't have much luck with it, but I think he really wanted a lot of money for it. But he's kept trying to put it on the market, and he'd leave it up for a few months, and then the sign would go down, and then he'd leave it up for a few months, and the sign would go down. He just kept doing that. So I don't know if it's just a slow market around here, or if it's just really difficult, or what. If he just wanted a lot of money, I'm not sure. But that's just how it was for him, for sure. So yeah, do you have a number you think you'd have for me?
I
And
think
I just don't know.
that's a great question. We'll be looking at what the market is currently and then doing a little bit of our property specialists will do the numbers more specifically with you. And I was wondering, is there something that at least you had in mind, like a number that you would like?
Hmm. Um, you know,
What you're hoping for? It's just a rough estimate.
I would say probably in the 250 range, somewhere in there, I guess.
Okay. 250 range. Thank you. And then in what timeline or like a time spread? I know you said your job is kind of, you don't have that much hours, but just for you,
If like I said, I really, if you could get in that 250 range, I'd probably want to go pretty soon. Just to, like I said, low hours, just not sure how much longer I can make these payments. So I need to figure something out.
so you need to figure out something soon. Okay. Thank you for that. And then,
You're welcome.
um, have you thought of have you been working with a realtor? If you really
Yeah, you know, I've talked to a few of them, but they just when they ask me, when they tell me how much they're going to make off 'em, if I sell with them, it just doesn't make sense to me. That and again, every time I ask them, they really don't give me a good number. I've heard ranges from 200,000 to 275. So no one really gives me I don't know if they know what they're talking about. And so I don't know. I'm not sure about them for sure.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at here at Zillow, just looking at the area and the area, and homes are going just a little bit under the 250, but just to give you just a kind of a range estimate right now,
Okay.
they're selling like between 200 and 250. That's just kind of the average what's going on. So just so you have some ideas.
Okay.
And then our property specialist will go over even more in details with you. But then I was also wondering, what's the condition of the home from 1 to 10?
10 being the best or the worst?
10 being the best.
Oh, honey, it's 11. It is beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Every
Okay.
color of the rainbow is in my home.
Okay.
And you start by walking into a purple room, and
Okay.
then you go to the left, and it is green and orange.
Okay.
And then you go into the kitchen, and of course that's red. It has to be. And then we have blue in one bedroom, and then yellow in the other. I just like being in bright colors. It just makes me a day. Makes
Hey,
me
I support that.
full of
Bright colors are awesome.
Yes, I totally agree.
I totally agree too. And I was wondering, have you done any, just out of curiosity, any remodeling or fix up for the house? Even though I know you said it was immaculate and it's beautiful and it's different colors, have you done any updating to it?
Other than repainting it every year or so, no, not a whole lot, to be honest.
Not a whole lot. Okay. Okay. Thank you. And then you said so you're not getting so many hours of your job. I was wondering, if you don't sell, what would happen to you? What would happen? Have you thought about that?
No, I don't really want to think about it, to be honest.
Okay.
It's, I'm hoping
All
I'll
right.
get more hours. That's what I'm hoping for.
Okay. Great. Thank you. Well, you've given me a lot of wonderful information here. I appreciate it. And I'm going to pass this down to our underwriter. And then what would be a good time to call you back, in the morning, in the afternoon?
I'm free this afternoon. Are they available?
I'm going to pass it to them, and then they'll reach out to you. Sometimes they reach out today, sometime this week. So it's just whenever they get the call. I can't promise anything, but I took it down. I'll give it to them, and then they'll give you a call sometime this week or next week, definitely.
Okay. Do you think I'll get that 250?
I don't know. That's a great question. Thank you for asking. I'm not sure. I'm passing it them, and then they will go further in detail and seeing by talking to them, our underwriter.
Okay.
They will talk to you more about that.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's great. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, TJ. Have a wonderful evening.
You too.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. I wasn't sure on the time because like we kind of did that switch halfway through, so I was just letting it
Oh,
play
yeah.
I
out.
was curious.
But
I was curious with the
I'm glad
timer.
I did. I actually enjoyed
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I didn't know. I
How
was
long have we
like,
been on this
all
call?
right, is it? I don't know. It's probably like 8 minutes, but I mean, I think time well spent by Goo. Great job. Thanks for picking up and taking that call on. All right, let me see.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
What if the seller asks, "What's your address?"
Um, I like to joke around, so I'd be like, "You mean like my?" All right, all right. Here's the straight answer. What's your address? Okay. Okay. Well, typically, when somebody asks me about my address, it's usually because, one, they have a concern about, you know, if we're a legit company, or two, they're not really interested in selling. So, I mean, which one is it, you know, for you? Or I'd say something of that nature. I don't know if I'd say like they're not actually looking to sell.
I usually go with, Natasha, I've been doing this for a while. And when people ask me for my address, there's usually something that they're not comfortable with me. If you can kind of tell me what you're feeling uncomfortable with, I might be able to answer that to make you feel more comfortable. Is there something that I said or something that I haven't said that you're wanting to know more about?
Oh
And
no, I'm interested in selling my property, but I'm just curious. What's your address?
Okay. Well, we just moved and I don't know the exact numbers, but it is on Elm Street, downtown of whatever city. And I can definitely get those numbers at one point for you. If we decide to move forward with everything, that will be on our information you get from us.
I
actually, you can say I actually work from home, but we're based out of whatever state you see on the dialer. Houston, for example, we're based out of Houston. We're locals, but I actually work from home, and I can't disclose my my address, something like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All good.
So
answers.
two
Those
good
are all
answers.
definitely good answers. We got really close on several of those. So definitely, Ali started it off by saying that usually when people ask me, where we're calling from or our address or our information, they're worried about a scam. They don't want to be scammed. Is that what's going on? So you switch it, and now you're asking the question. And they're going to say something like, yeah, I'm worried about getting scammed. I get a lot of these calls and blah, blah, blah. And they start going on a tangent, right? And they forget all about asking for the address because you addressed the real problem at hand. I like TJ's response because he steered right into that. And that's exactly what we want to do. The only thing I would pivot from on all those responses, is you guys want to steer right into the fact that all of our transactions go through title, and title's job is to make sure that nobody gets scammed. Not you, not us, nobody. That's their job. That's their purpose. That's why they exist. If it wasn't for that one fact, there would be no such thing as title companies. There would be no need for them. Right? Because the rest of it we could do ourselves. So that's what title insurance is for. That's what title companies are for, and that's what real estate attorneys are for. Is to make sure that nobody gets scammed. So in our experience, the right way to answer that is, hey TJ, that's a great question. Usually when people ask me that, it's because they're worried about getting scammed or ripped off, or they have some sort of a concern. Is that what's going on? Am I picking up on that correctly? And then the answer is usually, yeah, that's the problem. That's what I'm worried about. Okay, got it. So all of our transactions go through title company, and you can even bring in a real estate attorney or have your attorney review all the documents and go over all the paperwork. That's no problem. You can even pick the title company if you want to, right? We can talk about that. Our property specialist is more qualified to talk about all those things. My job is just to call and see if you're even interested in selling. So having said that, are you interested in selling? Is that something you've thought about? Now you have control of the conversation because you pivoted off of the scam and where you're located, what's your address, and all these things, and move the conversation back onto, are you looking to sell? But I will say this, guys, if right out the gates, people are worried about where you're from, what's your address, what's your email, what's your phone number, what's your boss's name, what's your name, any of these type of questions, it's not a good sign. That's not a great lead. Right? You need to pump the brakes and find out why they're so there's trepidation to give the info and to have this combo, because they're probably not interested in selling, and they might be a litigator, or there's something else going on. Okay. So you're going to want to pump the brakes and start looking at, is this something that we need to look at from a DNC legal perspective? Cool. Any questions about that? Everybody got that? Anyone want to role play it?
Yeah, I think if we could get it in the actual setting, because you gave a couple of different variations. So you want me to shoot it at you, Shad? You got it?
Absolutely. I literally had one of these this week. So trying to dispo a deal for Nancy. The guy called me a scam artist. So we had to go through
And he
it,
asked for your address?
all intent. No, he didn't ask for the address, but called me a scam artist. So it's like, okay.
All right. All right. Yeah, I am looking to sell, Shad, but what's your guys' address?
Hey, yeah, great question. Ali, I've been doing this long enough to know usually when people ask for our information, what they're really asking me is they want to verify that we're not some sort of scam. Are you concerned about something along those lines, or?
Yeah, I just want to do some homework on you guys and make sure you're legit and you're not trying to steal my house.
Okay, absolutely. So two things that I can help you with there. One, our property specialist will be able to answer all your questions and help out there. But one thing I know, because I've been working here long enough, is all of our deals go through title, and the title agency's job is to make sure that you don't get scammed, and also to protect us and make sure we don't get scammed. Because believe it or not, there's a lot of fake sellers out there, just like there's fake buyers. And all of our transactions go through title. And I'm pretty confident that you can even pick the title company if you have one in mind, or if you have an attorney, real estate attorney, you can definitely send the paperwork to them. Also, we're going to come walk the property, right? But today, right now, I just wanted to call, and my job is to find out if you're even looking to sell. Is that something you might be in? Are you looking to sell the property, or?
Yeah, I told you, yeah, I just, want to make sure you guys were legit, but I'm ready to sell. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I just need to gather a little bit of information, and then I'll pass this up to the property specialist, and then they're going to be the one that'll follow up with you and, be able to take it from there. What can you tell me about it?
Oh, it's amazing. All right.
They're all amazing. And let me guess, it's a 10 out of 10, and then it's a great in the best part of town with the I got it. I've heard the story. Let me just put you down for 10s all across the board.
That'd be a funny call.
All
They're like,
jokes
"How'd you
aside, guys,
know?"
that's how you handle that, right? Because there's a lot to unpack there from a psychological standpoint. One is you built credibility instantly by saying, hey, I've been doing this long enough to know. Usually when people ask me this, they're worried about getting scammed, or I'm just calling you out of the blue. You have no idea who I am, who we are. But I just wanted to find out if you're even interested in selling. Because if you're not looking to sell, then I'll stop bothering you. We'll take you off our list. If you are looking to sell, everything goes through title. So title will protect both sides of the party, make sure that nobody gets scammed. That's their job. That's what they do. Because here's the thing, guys. A lot of people, they're not going to ask you for the address. That's not common. But what is common is, what's your website? What's your company name? Where are you located? These are way more common questions. All of them circle back to one thing and one thing only. I want to verify who you are and that you're legitimate. But let me ask you guys this. Is there, like, no scam artist has ever set up a website? So basically anybody that has a website is legitimate, right? We can all agree on that? No? There are scam websites out there too? When did that start happening?
That's always been around.
Really? Oh, shit. So
Always.
our website or our email or phone number or any of that crap doesn't help anything? Oh my, okay. Well, what would help? How would somebody protect themselves from getting scammed?
Title company.
For real estate? Yeah, it would be title company.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
That's their job. That's what they do. So they're the neutral third party, that they're not the buyer, they're not the seller. They make sure nobody gets scammed. I had a girlfriend a couple years ago. She goes to Craigslist, lists a MacBook on Craigslist, meets somebody at a Starbucks. They come rushing in. They're all like, quick, and then they hand a pile of cash to her, and then they grab the MacBook and they take off. And then she only to find out like all the bills were fake. So she got scammed for like $1,500 in $50 bills, all fake. So you look at like eBay or Amazon, a neutral third party. If that ended up being a scam, guess what? They're going to protect you. Title company, neutral third party. They're here to make sure that both sides are, legitimate. They're here to protect both sides. They don't care if you're a scam artist or we're a scam artist. They're going to catch us. and then the deal's not going to go through. That's why they invented something called title insurance. What do you guys think title insurance is for? If you buy a house from a scam artist and then it turns out, shit, that house ain't really his. That's what the insurance is literally for, is to protect that situation from happening. Otherwise, what is title insurance? Why would you pay 1% for title insurance? For what? Why would you do it? Nobody would do it. But if you're going to buy a $300,000, $500,000 house, $1 million property, well, shit, yeah, I'll put down a few $1,000s to make sure I don't get screwed out of $500,000. That's what title insurance is for. That's what title companies are for. That's what real estate attorneys are for. Like, this is nothing new, and we've thought through this. The industry has thought through this problem. But it is not, what's your website, what's your phone number, where you're located, what's your address, what are you going to do, drive down here? And what is that going to prove? Like, no scam artists have an office? Is that what you're talking? Like, it's just silly. So you got to steer straight into the objection head on and let them know, hey, I think I know what you're asking me. Let me just clarify. Are you worried about getting scammed? You don't know who we are. You want to make sure we're legitimate. Is that really what you're asking me? Yep, that's what I'm trying to find out. Okay, awesome. So let me point you in the right direction, because asking me for the website isn't going to really truly help you. Here's what will help you. Title. That's what's going to protect you from getting scammed. So the call I had earlier this week, we're trying to dispo a deal, and dispo found the property owner next door. So they get the information, we skip trace them. I call the guy, no answer, leave a voicemail. I get a call right back. Tell them, hey, you own 123 Banana Street. We own 234 Banana Street. It's literally the lot next door to you, and we're looking to sell it. Here's what we're looking to get. And then he's like, oh, I've been looking to buy that property for 6 months. How did you get the info? Do you own it? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, we have marketable interest. I don't lie to people. We have marketable interest on the property. It's ours. I'd like to sell it. Here's the price and all that. And he's like, well, I've gotten some calls, but they were scams, this and that. And I was like, okay, hey, no worries. Every one of our transactions goes through title, escrow. You can have your real estate attorney look at it, or your attorney, whatever you want, no problem. Hell, you could even pick the title company if you want. Their job is to make sure nobody gets scammed. He's like, okay, send me the info. All right, cool. Send him the info. The guy gives us a lowball offer. He's like, I'll give you 25. We're asking for 56 on it. He's like, it's a ridiculous lowball offer. So I tell the guy, I'm sorry, we can't do that. Like, we'd be, in the low 50s if we can. Then he replies back, go scam somebody else, you bum. Because he's worried about getting scammed. So then the next day, another person from his organization, or I don't know who the hell this guy was, he calls and he's like, yeah, I'm his agent, and I'm calling. Both these guys didn't know what the hell they're doing. They're amateurs. And I told them the same thing via text and via both phone calls. This is not a scam. We have control of the property. We're looking to sell it for this price. And if you think we're scam, we're not a scam, because it's going to go through title. And that conversation ended there, but the way they normally talk to people, it didn't go the way they had planned it. Because we're a legitimate organization. We're not doing anything illegal, and we do everything through title. Just so everybody knows, that's not just a line. We've had people tell us, like, hey, send me $5,000 EMD directly to my bank account, and then I'll, like, get the F out of here. What are you talking about? Open up escrow. We're going to go through title. They're going to make sure that our money doesn't go to waste. They're going to protect both of us. And that's how this business gets done. Anybody wants to do it outside of that framework, that's who you should be worried about. That's the scam artist right there. That's how this business gets done legitimately. Through title, through escrow, through real estate attorneys, title insurance. All of these things exist to prevent that from happening. But here's the big thing for you guys. You have to recognize, what are people, we call it reading between the lines. Somebody will say one thing, but they really mean something else. Then when you start to get skilled at your job, you're going to be able to realize what people are really saying versus the words that are coming out of their mouth. All right, because a lot of people are too polite to tell you, well, how do I know you're not a scam artist? Tell me your address. Tell me they don't say that, right? What do they say? They're just nice and polite about it. What's your website? What's your email? What's your name? What's your boss's name? Where are you located? They're going to ask all these type of questions. every one of those circles back to, how do I know I'm not getting scammed? If they're a real seller. Now, if they're a litigator, that's a different story. And this is where these trainings come in handy, is we're going to teach you how to identify the difference between the two. Out of curiosity, who asked that question? Was it Natasha? Yeah. Did you get that
Yeah.
question before, or is that something that stumped you?
Oh, I've got it before a lot of times.
For
But
the
I know
address?
what to say with other companies. I know what to say, but I have to follow the guidelines here.
What do the other companies say?
They give me a fake address to give the customers, the sellers.
So what if they look up the fake address and they find a fake whatever they're gonna find? How would
They
that
ain't
help?
gonna find it.
So how would that help?
They're not gonna get the time to search for the address because I'll be through by then.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess that's one way of doing it. If you give a fake address, but the better way to do it is just to be professional and know what people are asking. It's one of those two
Mhm.
things. It's never anything else. They either want to sue you or they want to know that you're legitimate. There's no third option. There's no other reason. I guess there could be. Maybe they're like a serial killer and they want to come kill somebody and they're like, this could be easy. I don't know. But usually they're protecting themselves from scam or they're trying to litigate.
Yeah.
So we go with this option. Prove that you're a
Understood.
professional, prove that you do this for a living, and let them know, hey, usually when people ask me this, it's because they're worried about scam. They're like, hey, you're calling me out of the blue. I don't know you from a hole in the wall. Who are you guys? What are you about? I want to make sure you're legitimate. Cool. Well, great question. In my
Yeah.
opinion, this is a better way to answer that question.
Got it.
Amazing. So we got like 3 minutes left, and we put you guys on the spot a lot. So I'll return the favor for you guys. So I am open field, TJ's open field, Cody's open field. What objection are you guys getting? How do you want, just shoot them out, unmute, say whoever you're directing it at, and then we'll answer it for you guys. Put us on the hot seat so you can hear how these are answered in real time. If adjustments need to be made, we'll make those together. But what do you guys got?
Have you seen my property?
You have to tell who person you want to direct it to. So
Yeah.
you say, Landra, have you seen my property? TJ, have you seen my property?
TJ,
Cody.
have you seen my property?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now online. It looks amazing. So what price were you thinking about in this place, Natasha?
300,000.
Okay. Now tell me,
Ooh.
Natasha, how did you come up with that number?
Well, my friend sold our house for 300,000. So I was just wondering if I could get the same.
Okay, there's always a possibility for sure. Now, is your house very similar to your friend's house in the same neighborhood, same built and that kind of thing?
Yes, my house actually looks even better.
Oh, very nice. Okay, well, there's a good possibility. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see what we can do for you, Natasha, for sure. All right. Let's who else got someone?
So notice on the redirect though, it was so smooth. He answered the question, moved right back into something else or wherever he left off. Very seamless. Didn't give you time to ask more questions.
TJ,
But
how did you
let's
get
keep
so
it
good,
going.
bro?
Well, Shad, I learned
Born
under
to
the
be
best,
gentleman?
and Shad and Alandra are the best. I would they teach you a lot, and they will put your feet to the fire sometimes, so you get to learn very quickly. So if you stay with these guys, they're going to teach you for sure.
That was smooth for sure. I like the answer too, but that was smooth for sure.
Yeah.
Nobody else has any objections that they've been
This is your
getting?
guys' time. We put you on the spot and push you out the boat all the time. What do you
These
guys
guys are
got?
all
Come on.
pros, man. They don't need help. They got this. They're good.
Bet. Let's hit the phones. Let's hit the phones right now. We got like 20 minutes. No, we don't. It's already 9:30.
Midnight Madness. We're calling the East
Yeah.
Coast. Let's go.
Miguel, give us one of yours. unmute, pick one of us and just say objection you hear all the time.
Oh man, no, I can't. You got me off guard, but yeah, okay. So Jim, now why do you want to know questions? Just send me a proposal. Just send me a proposal. I don't want to answer any more questions. I'm tired of all you guys calling me, asking me all these questions. Nothing happens. All right, just send me a proposal and that's it.
Who do
I
you
didn't know. I didn't know Jim was on the hot
Oh,
seat,
he
but
said
Cody,
Jim.
okay,
Jim.
Cody, got it.
it sounds like you've had a lot of knuckleheads.
Yeah, he called out Jim. Let's go, Jim. Let's go, Jim.
Yeah, Jim looks so relaxed, so I
Come on,
said,
bro.
let's pick on Jim. Let's pick on Jim.
Yeah, sure. I can understand your frustration because there's a lot of folks out there making calls because your house is very desirable. So I'm serious about this. So I want to know more about your house so that I can make you a very fair offer.
You know, the thing is, I get calls all day long asking me the same questions. I'm tired of hearing the same question. I bet you're going to ask me, you know, what the status, what the condition on the property is. You're going to ask me, you know, but I'm tired of it. Just send me a proposal with a number and then we can do business. Okay. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
I don't want to answer any more questions.
I totally understand, but you know, would you really take me seriously if I just sent you an offer?
Yes. If you send me an offer, you know, my asking price is $485,000. If you can get to that, we'll do business. But please, no more questions. I'm tired of answering so many questions all day long. Same question, same question, same question.
Yeah, I can't speak for the other folks, and I meant, like I said, I mentioned you having a lot of phone calls. But I just have to ask the questions to make sure that we're entering into a good transaction.
If you're serious about this, if you're really serious, just send me a proposal and I'll, you know, we can talk. All right? Because I'm really busy. I'm tied up here. Yeah.
Sure. Let me ask you one more question then. So
The
after
house
you
is
sell
in
this house, have
suburban.
you found okay.
House is in
Have you
suburban
found another?
condition.
Sure. Have you found another house to move into?
I got four other houses. I got 3 rental properties and a vacation house by the lake. So I'm not, you know, it's no problem. I can sell tomorrow. I'm ready.
Okay.
Just send me the proposal because I mean I don't have time. I don't have time right now. Okay.
I understand that, but so you've got a vacation home and rental properties, but have you found another
Yes, sir.
home to live in?
I'm selling this property because you know, I don't really need that property. I don't need it.
Okay.
I don't want to deal with it, you know, and just want to get rid of it. But send me a proposal. That's all I'm asking you.
Okay.
If you're really serious, just send me a proposal. All right.
Sure.
All right, we'll talk then.
We're gonna. So, do you
Yeah.
live in this house right now, or is it rented, or?
No, it's empty right now. No one's living there. It's in
It's empty right
superb
now.
condition. I had the roof done. I had the roof done recently. The windows, new doors, sidings, everything. That's all I
Okay.
can tell you. But if you're serious, just send me a proposal.
Okay. So, if you were looking to
Gotta go.
purchase any more, if you were looking to purchase any more real
Yeah.
estate, would you want to know the condition of the house and have questions about it, or would you just?
I'm just tired. What's your name again?
My name is Jim.
Jim, I'm just tired of all the questions. I get about 50 calls. What would happen if it was you? You were getting 50 calls about the same thing every day. You'd be a little upset, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm a little bit, you know, I don't want to waste my time. My time is money. I get paid $500 an hour. Okay.
Okay.
$500 an hour. So, you know, time is money for me. So please send me a proposal if you're serious. Gotta go. I gotta go, Jim. You have a nice afternoon.
Okay,
Click.
so let me. Okay, he hung up on me. I'm glad too.
I feel like Miguel was just taking out his
I get that. I
frustration,
get that a lot, man. I get that a lot. I get that. I get that.
Next.
Damn.
Yeah.
Filthy McNasty on that call, man. Damn.
That's
You know,
not
I'm
the one
just-
you want to take your frustrations out on.
I'm just acting. I'm acting. You know, exactly. I get that. I got that a couple of times, so that's why I did it exactly as they did it to me, so that I can know what to do in that situation. That's all. I leave it to the experts, so I can get an
You get
answer.
hot too. You get hot too. Those guys they're calling me too. I know. They call all day long. They call, ask about the condition, property, the water
Yeah.
heater, how old the shingles are. I get it.
Serious.
Oh, man, I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to waste your time like that, man. What's got you interested in selling this place in the first place, Miguel? What's going on?
Wow. There you go. That's true. You can handle that way. Absolutely. I hear that.
Ali
I
put a
know
good
what you're
one in the
doing.
chat too. Ali put a good one in the chat.
I know what you're doing. I watch Pace Morby on YouTube. So, yeah, that's when I've gotten
I
recently.
stole that straight from Jeff Smith.
Yeah.
Someone's coming red
Nice.
like that. Come red too, boy.
That's true. That's true.
Damn, Miguel, you were just red hot. Just
I was-
woo. That was good.
Yeah,
I
that
got
was
that.
tough.
I got that a couple of times like that. That's why I wanted to know what to do in that situation, because you're like, okay, all right. At the end, I just say, okay, all right. Let me have the property specialist call you. You know, he can talk to you, and he'll be able to.
Miguel's throwing that over to you guys.
Well, yeah, I was like, Miguel, I know,
He's like,
I
"Yo,
know
this
good,
is
good
impossible."
Thanks so
well,
much,
and I'm just
Miguel.
passing
Thanks
those
so much,
to
man.
Yeah.
I don't get paid for this. Let me get somebody else. Damn.
Had to do it. Had to do it. Had to do it.
I'm taking you on my
$500 an
Christmas
hour,
card list,
too.
man.
Whoa, that was good. Whoa.
Hey, but the feedback Cody gave was fire. Okay, so the key
True.
takeaway here, guys, if somebody's at a 10 and you're at a 2, you're not vibing, right? The vibe is off, right? You're at a different frequency. Okay, the vibration patterns are totally different. So you can't be too. That's like if somebody calls in, yeah, what do you want? Tell me what you got. Give me an offer. And you're like, well, I was just calling to see if you were.
Oh no,
free."
they'll eat you alive.
They're not gonna do that, right? Because why? The vibe is off, right? They're at a 10, you're at a 2. They're gonna be, hey, you're wasting my time. F off, right? You gotta speed it up. So when they come in hot like this, he's at a volume 10. Oh man, I know exactly what you're talking. That's what the whole point of that was. That you don't cuss at them. If they're like, "What the fuck do you want?" You can't come back like, "Hey, motherfucker, I'm calling because I want to buy." No, that's not going to go well. Trust me, we've tried it. It doesn't work well. You got to
Absolutely.
raise the energy, but not the. You can't be cussing at them. You can't be talking down to them or be disrespectful at all, right? So the key thing here was, Cody. Can we hear that one more time?
Hit me with it, Miguel.
Yes, sir.
Ring, ring. Ring, ring.
Yes, hello.
Hello. Hey, Miguel. This is Cody with the Home Buyers Network. Calling about your property on Main Street. Real estate investors.
Oh no. Once again, you guys call all day long. I'm getting calls about the same thing. What's up? What do you got?
Yeah,
You gonna buy my property?
Chris, we're real
gonna
estate
buy my
investors
house?
calling to see, trying to look to see for our next fix and flip or possibly buy and hold in your neighborhood, man.
If you give me, how's this? If you give me $1 million, I'll sell you the property. How's that?
Yeah, hey, I get it. I want the most for my property too. The thing is, most people that we help out, they've got something going on with the property. It's either a foreclosure, they're behind on payments, they got bad tenants or something
I'll
like
tell
that.
you what,
Doesn't sound like
my
anything-
house is the best house in the block. I can tell you just that. The house has been remodeled completely. The house is in superb condition. So what do you got? You're going to give me $1 million? If you give me $1 million, I'll sell it to you. That's it.
Is that what other houses in the neighborhood are going for, Miguel?
Yeah, some are going for 800, 900, but none of them are like mine. None of
All
them
right,
are like
well,
mine.
listen, if
I'm
you're
a
serious about
contractor.
selling, so
I
if you're
am
serious
serious.
about selling, we're serious about buying.
Are you serious about buying?
We're absolutely
All right,
serious
send me a
about buying.
proposal. Send me a proposal and we'll do business. That's it. Just send me a
sounds like-
proposal.
It sounds like you've had a lot of knuckleheads calling you, asking you about
Oh
your
man, you
not
have
going
no
down.
idea. No
Hey,
idea. You got no
they
idea.
call me
no
too.
idea.
They call me all day long. We
Oh,
have several
really?
properties in the area. They call us
There you
all
go.
day long. Those clowns
All right,
call.
so you know how it feels. So you know
Totally
how
know
it
how it
feels.
feels.
All
Totally know
right.
how
Well,
it
if
feels.
you're serious about doing business, send me a proposal. We'll look at it. You know, if you want to buy the house, we'll take care of it. We'll do
We
business.
absolutely want to get
That's
you an
it.
offer. That's step 4. We've been
All
doing this
right.
long enough to know that's step 4 of this process. We're at step 1, Miguel. I just need to know what has you considering possibly
Man.
selling this property in the first place.
I just want to sell it. I'm a contractor. You know, I got 10 properties. I buy, I fix, and I sell. That's it. I just want to make money out of it.
Yeah, I
All
hear you.
right. So if you give me $1 million, we're good to go. Give me $1 million. We'll do business tomorrow. How's that?
Yeah, I'd love to give you $1 million for it, but we're not one of these companies that just throws offers out there, throws numbers out there recklessly without knowing anything about the property. What can
All
you
right.
tell me about it?
Well, the house is in superb condition. Like I said, it's an excellent condition. The house is been redone completely. The roof is 6 months old. I got new floors on there. I got new windows. I got new doors.
We're in the conversation, right? Cody
Yeah.
got into the conversation. Now we're talking about
Yeah,
the
he
house.
did. He made me talk. He made me talk. Actually,
Right?
he made me talk. Yeah.
You're in,
Nice.
you're in, right? He calmed
yeah.
you down. You're still a little elevated, but he's bringing you down because you're
Yeah,
off of
yeah.
the whole. Just send me the goddamn offer. I don't want to. Da, 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 da.
Plus, he's at the same speed as me, so that's what makes you wanna, yeah.
It's
good.
mirroring. He's
Good,
mirroring your energy, your pace, your cadence, your tone, all of these
Love it.
things. Mirroring works on all these different levels, guys. It's not just one thing or two things. You have to feel
Absolutely.
people out because people vibe, right? Well, if this guy's at a 10, you got to be at a 10. right? You can't cuss them out and you can't be frustrated with them, but you got to bring your energy up. You got to talk faster if they're talking fast. Now, if you get a sweet old lady on the phone and you call in, hey, I'm calling to buy your house, I want to, and they're going to be like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. They're going to freak out. You got to go down to it with a sweet old lady, right? There's a guy angry. So guys, there's so much psychology that's broken up into that 3-minute little role play right there. Cody hit like 10 different points. TJ's hitting like all these different points, right? When you do the reps and you guys put in the time to learn your game, learn the craft, and find out what people are really saying and what's really happening, that's when you're going to get phenomenally good at this business. So many things to unpack there. Cody, I'll pass it over to you if you want to highlight some of the stuff that you hit, some of the one-liners you dropped, all those things.
Yeah, so you just want to like there's a time and a place to be you know, a lion to someone's sheep or a sheep to a lion, but you know, when you're trying to get into the call, you're going to want to match and mirror. Usually it's a good approach, a good technique. So I was just I thought he was going to go talk about people keep calling him, give me an offer, give me an offer. That's what I thought he was going to say, but he went a different direction, and we started talking about, you know, if I'm serious and all that. So you know, you just match that. So when he says, hey, are you serious about buying? Yeah, we're serious about buying. If you're serious about selling, we're serious about buying. You know, I hear you. People call us. We have properties in the area too. People are calling us all day long, these rank amateurs, asking us about the tile, the roof, how old the water heater is. I get it. Then he said, yeah, hey, I get it. So do you understand? I said, I understand, absolutely. And that kind of brought him down a little bit. When someone's a red seller, that it's not necessarily they're not necessarily angry. They just don't want their time wasted. They want to come in and know that they're dealing with a professional, someone that they don't have to explain everything to, right? They don't want to have to go through and ask this question: the roof, the water heater, how long have I owned it, who's in there, blah 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 blah. They want to know. They want to cut to the chase. They have stuff to do. He's got 10 other properties. He's a general contractor, whatever. They want to know that they're dealing with a professional and equal there, not necessarily somebody that also has all their property or has been investing like them, but somebody that is a professional. They know what their process is and what they need to do. So he's asking me for an offer. It don't work like that. We're not rank amateurs. Just go out throwing random offers. We need to know about the property. Tell me what's got you possibly interested in selling this place in the first place. You know, he's like, oh, well, and you know, whatever he said, we're role playing. So I didn't, you know, write it down, but that's what you want to do. You just stay in the conversation and match him, and he'll come down, you know, it'll come down a little bit and you'll start talking turkey and you'll get into the conversation. And once you get in there, you settle in, he settles down, you can settle down a little bit, but just kind of just get in there and get in the mix, get in where you fit in.
If you're professional, if they perceive you to be professional, which Miguel, you perceive Cody, you hit him with like 4 or 5, 6, I don't know how many, you hit him rapid fire. He overcame every one of them. He hit you back with something, because here's the thing, like, yo, give me the offer. Like, well, my property specialist. Okay, get the F off my phone. If F you and your property specialist, why don't you go F each other? That's the answer you're gonna get. Okay. But if you're like, he didn't back down. He's like, oh, look, if you're serious about selling, man, we're serious buyers. Okay. Like, but I'm not going to throw a blind offer at you. You want me to just throw a random number against the wall, see if it sticks? Is that what you're looking for? Or you want an offer that we can actually stand behind? It sounds like you're getting a lot of knuckleheads calling you. Is that what he had? All these things. Cody had a whole bag of tools, and he was just reaching into his tool bag. Right. So if you let me tell you guys something. Anybody having struggles talking to sellers, you don't have enough tools in your tool belt. That's all it is. Okay. Because to a hammer, everything looks like a nail. And unfortunately, that doesn't work. You can't just build a house with one hammer. That's not how this works. You need all the tools: the hammer, the saw, the tape measure, the screwdriver. You need all of them. Okay. So if you're getting stumped on a call, I'm telling you, it's not the caller, it's not the situation, and it won't be the last time you deal with it. You need to bring that situation here to the. So when we ask you, these guys, the leaders in this group are asking you guys, hey, what questions do you have? Hey, what did you guys do? And we hear crickets. 99% of the time it's crickets. We're just silence, everybody looking at each other. Well, who's going to go? I hope somebody got something. These trainings are for you guys. I'm telling you right now, Cody, TJ, Ali, me, Graham, we don't need these trainings. We're not here for us. Believe me when I tell you that. We're here for everybody else in here and everybody watching online. These trainings are for you guys. This is so we can put more tools in your tool belt and you can just rattle off these answers like that confidently and read between the lines, know what the hell these people are talking about. All of that. There's so much that goes into all this. All right, we're over for the night. Ali, you got anything else or what are we doing?
No, that's pretty much it for tonight. We're at time. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna do more of these objections, but we're also gonna open ourselves up to you guys, you know. I don't think it's fair for us to always be like, hey, you, unmute. Hey, yeah, step out of the boat, let's go. And us not return the favor so that you know that, okay, when TJ gives you advice, when Cody gives you advice, when Graham gives you advice, you can be like, okay, it's coming from a sound place because they actually know what they're doing. I've heard them handle these same objections and they sound amazing. So getting feedback from them is beneficial. So that's one thing I always want to make sure we are providing and showing you guys like receipts, like, hey, we do this every day. And that's why you should listen to us. Not because we've been doing it for 50 years, but because we know what we're doing and we're out there every day. So I think I'm supposed to talk about like Facebook links and joining the Facebook group and going to reiconveyorbelt.com.
I think I have to plug our sponsor now.
REI Conveyor Belt. Q.
Pay some bills around here. Let's go to a commercial break.
Gotta keep these lights on, guys. All right. So if you want to help us keep the lights on, join the YouTube channel. I think Shad's almost at like 900. I think once he hits 1,000, like something good happens.
Party virtual.
Something good happens.
Pizza. Papa John's.
It's Little Caesars. It's Little Caesars, but they're hot and ready, so they're good.
Oh, good. Little Caesars, nice. Pepperoni, extra cheese.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Facebook group, YouTube channel. We're gonna be adding more content there. Yeah, hopefully we'll be doing a call breakdown soon of that one deal we just closed that we've been teasing for like 6 months. So we got the HUD. So we'll probably do that soon for you guys.
That was a big one for sure. Hey guys, if you know people in the industry, and everybody needs to get better, including us, right? The admins and the people running the Zoom, everybody's got room for improvement, right? Every one of us. So if you have friends in the industry, you got people that are looking to get started, they've been doing this for a long time, or they're somewhere in between there, invite them to this. This is for everybody. This is a community thing. We're just all trying to, iron sharpens iron. So we're all here to get better together. Yeah, the garlic butter is extra, you know. I like
Garlic
those little
nuts.
pepperoncinis
Yeah, garlic
that Papa
nuts.
John's gives. All right, Brandy, you got an announcement, question, or what's up, bro?
No, I was just wanted to say that, yeah, I think that like doing role plays helps a lot because, you know, like when we're doing objections and stuff like that, sometimes like we just tend to take notes and that's it, and then maybe, you know, sometimes we don't put them in practice. So I think that role play helps a lot. So
100%.
Maybe next
all I
time we
wanted
can
to
do the sweet old lady who talks forever about her family and not about the house.
Yeah.
That's a challenging one. And we'll test your ways of controlling and how to interrupt without offending them. Maybe that's one we should play.
Definitely. Randy, you're right on with the role plays. There's no other way to practice this besides either practicing on your paycheck with real calls or with one another. Like you could think about it, you could see it being done, unless you're the one actually in there going, you're not going to know how to do it. And you're just going to fall to your level of preparation when you get into that situation.
Yep.
Yes.
So if you prepared 0, you're going to sound like, and if you prepared a little bit, you'll sound that, and wherever your level of preparation is, that's why we're here doing this. That's why we do these role plays. That's why it sounds stupid to do it. Same people doing it over and over again. You notice the same people that are doing it over and over again. Jose G, Miguel, they get better. They get better. Marlon is leaps and bounds better than he was last time that we role played because he's been doing it. You have to actually do it to get better. That's why we do the role plays. So you're right on.
I'm not doing calls, but honestly, I think I'll start like participating in the role plays because you know, like I do QA sometimes too, and I'm like, you know, I have to be aware, like not just giving feedbacks, you know, like I need to know exactly, you know, what's going on, you know. So yeah.
100%. Bagu. Our last comment or question for the night?
Yes, this was actually a question.
Yeah.
So so on Monday, I had a call that I would like to be, would like have some feedback on. And that, do I email that to Diane? Is that what I do? Because I haven't done that before. Request one.
Yeah.
I know you guys take it out for me.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. We'll figure out what, you know, what day about what, if you have a name or anything, whatever you remember about it, we'll pick it out and we'll calibrate it here.
Yeah, it was a callback one. It wasn't interest. I didn't mark it as interested because it was a wrong number, first of all, and then I asked what he does, and he's a law firm in real estate, and so that's how I did that as a callback instead of a interested, but I wasn't sure if that was correct.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take a look to make sure it was dispoed right and everything, and we'll look forward to calibrating that call. Take a look at it. Take a look at it tomorrow night. You coming back tomorrow?
No, I won't be here tomorrow, but I'll look at the recordings.
Okay. Well, we'll figure out
And
when you're
then
going to be here. Yeah.
Okay. I have another question about, I'm noticing, at least for me now, on the dispo, some things I know how to, like, if they're Spanish speakers, some things I'm really clear, but there are like 3 little things that I'm not very clear about. One was like, sometimes I notice I'm getting the wrong number and the wrong info and the wrong data. And I know you guys have separate categories. I'm not sure how to, I want to make it correct for you guys. So then you guys know how to, I know you guys have your own system about it, but I wasn't sure. I noticed sometimes I get a combination of both, like it's the wrong name and the wrong information, or
if it's a wrong number, then that's going to throw everything else off. Wrong information is you're calling Samantha Smith, and you're like, "Hey, Samantha, this is Shada." Like, yeah, 1237. Like, what address? That's wrong information. But if you call for Timothy and you get Samantha on the phone, then you're going to have the wrong name. You're going to have the wrong ad. You're going to have everything's going to be wrong because that's not even the right person. So that's wrong number.
Okay.
Yeah, we can break that down a little bit more like tomorrow for you guys.
Yeah, that would, because I'm getting confused between the wrong number and the wrong data because sometimes I'll get. So
ask Bagu, if you're going to be here tomorrow, ask about that, and I'll break it down like in detail for you guys. It'll take a couple minutes, but we're running way over tonight. So
yes, thank you.
Tomorrow I'll break all that down for everybody. It's a great question.
All right, everybody.
This is so fun. We don't even want to go. Look, it's 10 o'clock. We don't want to leave.
Yeah, Miguel's just happy he got to unload on there. You know, he dropped a lot on Cody.
Yeah.
Cody, all this aggravation coming out.
All my frustration from dialing took it out of Cody.
I'm having trouble sleeping tonight.
Miguel, do you want me to be your seller tomorrow?
Sure, absolutely. You can do it. I'll go for it.
Brandy's hot. Brandy comes in hot.
She's hot, yeah. I know.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Go wait for the night.
All right, everybody.
Was that seller from New York? That guy?
It was just made up.
Oh, I thought he normally got sellers like that. I was just wondering if he was from New York, because that's how we usually get down. We
probably was, right? Like he probably was. Like, those New Yorkers are.
Those New Yorkers could be rough.
We
man.
literally have lead managers who are like, "Yo, don't put me in New York. I'm not doing New York."
New York, you got to be from New York.
Put me in Texas. I like Texas. They're southern. They're slower.
Tampa workspace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Floridians.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are nice too.
Yeah, I know you're talking. I always get in Florida, man. So.
All right.
All right,
guys.
everybody.
Thank you,
See
guys.
you guys. Take care, man.